Oh. Take him or?
Yeah, just let it up, just reel down a little bit and let him take into it.
Gotcha.
Yep, there.
Yeah, we're on. There we go. This one's got some attitude.
You got channel, I got bullhead.
This one's going out front. I might have to convince this guy to come out this way.
Get this guy back in the water here.
Yeah.
Give you a hand.
I'll just kind of hold him right there. Maybe we'll just net him right here, James.
Yep. What is that? Bowfin.
Oh, nice.
A bowfin.
Oh, no.
Oh.
We were that close. We've been catching channel cat here. We got it out for bullheads, and we just lost a nice bowfin there. That happens right by the net.
Yeah.
He was long, eh?
Yeah.
That was a big one. Oh, it's a big fish. There he is.
Yeah.
Got him. Just when you think he's ready for the net, he turns around. That was just a greedy fish. That wasn't angler skill. That's probably my favorite part, eh? When you feel that tap and you set the hook and you feel that solidness. But he's heavy. Tell he's been eating pretty good out there.
And we got ourselves a good salmon.
People travel all over the world for these fish. So let's do that again.
And let's face it, the Niagara River is a buffet for fish.
Let's get him back in the water.
Setting the Hook with Brent Bochek is brought to you by Fish Envy and Live to Fish.
Hey folks, welcome to Setting the Hook. We're out in the Grand River this afternoon and with James Houtby, and we're looking for catfish. James, you've been out the last few days and you're saying they're just starting to run.
Yeah, they're just making the migration up the river here to the warmer waters, and should be able to tie into a few.
Looking forward to it. This is a little bit different today. We're not casting, we're not trolling or anything. We got our rods in the rod holders. We got some sucker meat out there. We're gonna sit down, relax, and wait for a fish. Go ahead.
Yeah, just letting them play a little bit. Let them run a little. Dropped it, back. Come on.
So how long do you...
Well, it depends. The spring, early spring, you gotta let them really play with it. They're just playing they're like a cat and mouse. They're just picking at the bait.
Just kind of mouthing it a bit.
That's all they're doing right now. And then usually once water warms up, they just, like it's a freight train, they just hook right up and gone. He dropped it already. There he's back. Melding it.
So when do you decide it's time to set the hook?
Well, when he starts doing a little run, and then usually I'll let him set the hook more likely. He's eating it now, so I just don't want to set the hook because it's he dropped it. Pulling the bait back towards the sinker a little bit. Oh, he got it again.
So we were saying earlier, you got like a circle hook on there.
Yes.
So you don't really need to set the hook. You're more or less
No.
tightening them up on
Yeah,
it.
you just basically tighten your line, let the fish set the hook itself, and it'll just curl itself right in the corner of the lips all the time. If it was a J hook, like a regular hook,
Yep.
yeah, you can try to set the hook, but it's not all. I find I miss actually more fish on the J hook than I do with the circle. Dropped it again. I just pull the hook ever so slightly, just to make it look like it's somewhat of a live, not live bait, but dying bait. You know, a lot of times see you come back again, you pick it back up again. You're just playing with it. Not very aggressive at all. Come on. Dropped it again, drag the bait. Come on back. He's on it.
Like you say, it's almost like a bit of cat and mouse with him. Sooner
Yeah,
or later, he'll get tired of playing with it and hopefully
Yeah.
get a hold of it.
Come on. He's on it, but he's not on it. I don't want to set the hook. Usually when the fish turns away, and all you do is engage it, and then they just swim away, and it just goes right in the corner of the hook, corner of the mouth. Come on, dropped it again. Back again. Big one I got yesterday did the same thing. Dropped it again. There you got it again. Hopefully this time he's hooked. He runs this time, hopefully it'll be in the corner of his yep. Come on. No, dropped it. Pulled it right out of his mouth. Bag on it. Very finicky this time of the season, very finicky.
So obviously there's a lot more to this catfishing than just coming out, casting baits out and sitting there waiting for a bite.
Yeah, oh yes. Yes, it's the spring, early spring, water's still cold. They're not very aggressive. They're just they're eating the dead baits that are left over from the winter kill, basically.
Right.
And they're just in the migration of going up to their spawning grounds, and they're just eating slowly a little bit on their way. He's on it now, hopefully. There we go.
There we go. No, I'm gonna have to get up.
Cool guy.
Any fish is a good fish.
Oh yes. This time of season, they're bulldog fish. They fight pretty good, but this time of season when the water's cold, they're not that much of an aggressive fighter. But as the water warms up, you got one heck of a fight on your hand.
There he is.
Hands on it. Deep on it.
You're sure saying this water, even though we can't see in very far, it's actually pretty,
It's very
pretty clear, eh?
Very clear for this time of year.
There we go.
Nice little guy.
Some of that water drain off there. It's a good looking fish. It's easier when you get the hook out when you grab them yourself. I got pliers here if you need them.
Usually don't
I'll
need them
grab
with
that.
circle hooks. Nice
you go.
little kitty.
Yeah, he's got a nice belly on him there.
Yeah.
Got
Nice
those
little-
barb rolls here, which they feel for food with those.
Yep, sensory. And then the only thing you got to really watch out for these fish are the fins. They got spines on the very front, and the dorsal fin also has a
So yeah,
spine.
they got
up
them
there
right
too.
here and then right here, of course.
Yeah.
These are quite hard, as you can feel them.
Here.
Okay, so before we cast this back out again, just want to show you the circle hook that James was talking about there. See, your conventional hook could kind of be straight up here. You can see it's kind of pointed in there. So when that fish swims away, it turns and catches right in the corner of his mouth. You don't need to set the hook, as you were saying.
Yep.
So what do we got here, James? That's a piece of sucker meat.
Sucker meat, that's all it is, yes.
Okay, then we got, you got what, about a 3-ounce weight there?
Yep, 3-ounce weight. And I got attached to, well, it's 30-pound mono on here. Then roughly between 10 to 18 inches, I run my leaders. And then it's sprayed here. Then I just have a snap swivel here so I can interchange the sinker weight says required depending on the currents.
Right, so if it's faster current, you use a heavier weight.
And then triangular ones, they hold the bottom pretty good. They don't roll down the river. Like if you had a round normal bell sinker, it'd be rolling down the river.
Especially with more current.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, and it just holds it in, and I just have a bead here just to prevent going up through the eyelets of the rod.
Right, all right.
That's it, and then just chuck it out there and wait for the next one.
All right, let's do this again. No, drop it. I went to set the hook. I went to pull into him. That's probably my fault that he dropped it.
Still playing with it?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Shall I engage?
Engage.
There we go.
He's on.
I knew it was time to engage that time, and I didn't set the hook. Not a big one, but
Yeah, he's there.
it's coming this way. He ate it good, though. Oh, hold on a second. I think he's just realized he doesn't like what's going on. Oh, you get over on that side there. Oh, there he is, a little channel cat.
Watch out. The little guy.
There we go.
Good eater size if you're planning on keeping any.
So James, you're just saying if you want to eat one, that's about the perfect size for it, eh?
Yeah, awesome size for
We got a fish
eating.
on that rod there. Go for it. Grab it. Grab it. All right, let this one go.
Yeah, let it go. Yeah, we got her. Just a little bullhead again, probably. Or a sunfish. Holy
Oh,
smokes.
that's a nice one.
A little bit bigger than the last one. He was so greedy, he got both hooks in him. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's a little better. He's still there.
He got it on the other rod too.
Yeah. This one's still there.
Yeah. Get ready to set the hook on him. Flip that. Hooked into it. Leverage and go.
Nope. You got that one. Oh, this one's back.
Let him play with it. Might get him.
Oh, it's just on the wood there, actually. Put that in here. I'll get. Yeah. Look. If not, we can take him at the side, whatever works. Get you to come over this way, James. I'll get in the corner there for him. If that works out. Yep. So we had a fish hitting on the other rod, and we had one hitting on this one. The one that was on the rod I had dropped it, and you hooked into this one. Oh, there he is. Oh, that's a nice looking fish. Oop. There we go. Yeah. So they're very gold, yellowy gold here, eh?
Yes.
I've seen the channel cats where they're gray before.
Majority of the time, the gray ones are mostly males, I find.
Okay.
And they're older, real old. grandpa's
Right. Oh,
basically.
I won't drop the net on you. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna cast that one right back out there. There we go. Fish on, Dan.
A little decent. A little bit better.
Yeah.
We got 2 bullhead on here. We got a dogfish bluefin again,
Well,
or maybe a small channel cat.
I think we'll get the net out for this one. Yeah.
He's probably going for the front hook, and I hooked him with the back hook.
There we go. Got your hooks out for you. There we go. Another chunky little catfish. This one's got both his barbels there.
Boat sway. Feels like a decent bullhead.
Just by the tip of the nose there.
There you go.
Yep, he's on. Scrappy little fellers. He hit it really good though,
Oh
eh?
yeah, slammed it.
He hit it like he was bigger than what he is.
Might be a small channel cat even.
So we decided to put out a couple of smaller hooks with some worms on them. Our bigger baits there seem to be getting hit, but we weren't hooking up. So James said probably some bullheads out there. So we've got what, 3 or 4 of these now, and
Matter of 10 minutes.
yeah, just on a little bit lighter weight, smaller fish of course, and a little smaller hooks with some worms.
He's playing with her. He's got her. Yeah, just let him run with it now. Hopefully he hooks himself. He was running with it good.
Yeah,
Bugger.
I might have screwed it up when I lifted up. Oh, he's back.
Possibly. Let him run with it a little bit.
Yeah, I got it on freeze pool.
I dropped it again. Sometimes that little bit of resistance they feel.
So James, a little bit ago you were saying about these catfish are migrating up through the river here. What's that all about?
Ice breaks up and goes out the river. Catfish will come up river where the warm water is, and they'll feed before they're spawning. And then as water temperatures reach the 70-degree mark or just above, they'll do their spawn in the river here. And then some of the bigger ones, they'll drop back, follow the bait fish back out in the lake where the cooler temps are. But there's still a lot of resident fish that stay in the river here and feed in the river too. So it's a great opportunity all year long in the river here to catch fish.
Right. And it's nice in here. It's what, late March right now? We're the only boat out here.
Yeah.
This is nice.
Yep. Can't beat a nice spring warm day sitting in a boat, soaking up the sun and catching a few fish.
Yeah.
Smokes, this one's bouncing pretty good too. Still there? Oh yeah. Tiny, whatever he is. You never know what you'll catch on worms.
There you go. Little bluegill.
Never know what you catch on worms out here. Beautiful colors. Double header.
Oh yeah, no. Want me to slide it under that?
Throw the net on this one. Double header.
If you're gonna catch one at a time, why not catch 2, eh? These are actually not bad eating.
Yeah, they're good table fare. Excellent smoked.
Yeah, there's there's an abundance of them,
Was.
and you get 2 real nice boneless fillets off there.
Yep.
But I think we're gonna let these ones go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we probably met about 5 or 6 years ago, eh, James? Down to Lake Ontario, salmon fishing.
Yep.
One morning, dark and early at the dock, waiting for customers.
Yep.
So what, Grand Sports Fishing is the name of your business, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. You do stuff on Lake Ontario, Lake Erie, the Grand here.
Yep. So in the springs, end of March, I'm usually starting off with catfish and browns on Lake Ontario, and then transition into salmon by April, and then still going for cats. And then come May, I'm going for walleye, starting to go for walleye, still going for cats, and salmon's full swing. And then that's pretty much on the water here almost every day for the whole summer, right till Thanksgiving weekend.
So if somebody wants to get a hold of you, what's the easiest way? Your website or?
Yep, and go through grandsportfishing.com, or they can text me, call me on my cell phone. It's 289-331-6133.
Yeah, and you're pretty easy to get a hold of. So, oh, we got another bite there.
Grab a hold of the rod and just hold on to it and just let the fish play with it. Just keep it a little, lines a little taut, and then if he runs, let him run a little bit. And he's getting a little more active with it.
You say when?
Still there.
Yeah. Still there.
Flip the bail now, I think, and then hopefully you'll reel into it. Yeah. Either reel up or you still there?
Yeah.
Just let him run by himself now, and hopefully he'll hook into. Once it loads up real good.
Oh, I think he
He dropped it. See, now you're just pulling the hook to the sinker a little bit. So, and then just wiggle. It was so slow. See, and he picked it back up again.
There he is.
Yeah. There you go.
Remember not to set it? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm running with it a little bit.
We're using these circle hooks. I got to remember not to set the hook here.
There
he is.
Takes a little bit of training to not. After all these years of growing up, just setting the hook all the time, you feel a bite. Now it's.
Yeah, like right now, I want to pull back on him, but.
Oh yeah. Sure.
He's still there. Yep.
He's
might have dropped it there.
Pull the line a little tight. Back again.
Yeah, he's there.
Okay, just tighten, flip the bail again. Or not flip the bail, but just reel up or flip the switch. Drop it again.
Oh, he's there.
Reel up ever so slowly, just to tighten it up and see if you can just reel it. Just see if you can reel it right into him.
Go ahead and reel.
Yeah, just reel right up.
Yeah, there we are. We're on.
Perfect.
There we go.
You still there? You sure?
Oh yeah.
The little guy. Let me just move this rod out of the way here.
Yeah, it was still tempting to set the hook there though.
Get you over.
Yeah, I'll go underneath him here.
Right.
Yeah. Got a little bit of an attitude on him.
Yeah, as soon as we
I'll get out of the way so you can grab
move that bait over towards the edge of the channel. Didn't take long for him to bite.
Here.
Now you realize he's hooked.
James,
Yeah?
just get going.
Okay. Let's get this guy.
There we go. All right.
Chunky little thing.
Yeah. You just brought those baits on the edge of the channel about 5 minutes ago. And sure enough, one was coming along the edge there and picked up our bait. Yeah, well, it's not that long, eh? But look at the belly on her.
Yeah.
Just like you said, she's just full of
2 pounds a row in that.
full of eggs there, ready to spawn any day now.
Wow. Another month probably. Once the temperatures get up in the 70s, they'll start spawning.
Okay. So the rig James has on his rods here, what we have, first of all, we got our braided line, then we got a bead on there. And the bead on there is what? Just so that when you're reeling stuff up, it doesn't go to the end of the rod and screw up your rod tip?
When I have customers out, they always have a tendency of reeling their line all the way up to the rod tip, and it just prevents the eyelets from popping out, basically.
Right. So it's pretty much just to preserve your own gear. Yep. Then we're going to tie it onto a swivel here.
First, slide the sinker on.
We're going to put our weight on. As I'm saying, right now we're using about a 3-ounce weight. If the current's faster, you're going to go a little heavier.
Yep.
And being flat like that, it's not going to tumble in the current.
Yes.
So we'll tie our swivel on here.
Little barrel swivel.
So the other end of the swivel, we got our braid, then we got our monofilament here with that 30-pound Berkeley big game you got.
30 pounds. Yep.
So obviously you don't need 30 pound for the fish itself. So why are you using such a heavy line?
It's more or less just for abrasion resistance because there's a lot of rocks, a lot of stones, logs, and catfish, they always like burying themselves into obstacles that you don't want to pull them.
So they also have very sandpapery mouth. Do they wear on the line as well?
Yes. Yeah, they do.
So now we got our braid, we got our swivel, we got our mono. Now we got our circle hook here. We're just gonna tie that on now. Yeah, it's always a good idea when you're tying a knot to wet it down a little bit. That'll help it slide together. And then when you're pulling on it to tighten it up, you're not actually creating any friction.
And the size hook that we're using right there is a 5/0.
That's a 5/0?
5/0
Okay,
circle.
so 5/0 hook, 3-ounce weight. That's gonna slide up and down on the line. Well, there you go. That's all you need. There we go. They're hooked up there. That felt good. I kind of set the hook on them then I thought, I'm not really supposed to set the hook with these circle hooks, but old habits die hard.
If he's angled right, you'll hook him.
This one feels a little bit heavier.
Yeah, might be the big one we're looking for. Yeah, definitely better. Hopefully a teenager.
Oh, there he is. Oh, that's a little bit longer.
Not much. A little spunkier.
Yeah. Still a nice fish though.
Oh yes. Can't complain about
Hey,
that.
a little bit bigger. There we go. Whoop. Yeah. He's seen that net coming, he decided to turn around.
Got a chunk to him.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Look at that.
Barely put your hand around that one now.
So you can lip these just like a bass pretty much, eh?
Yeah, you can. Want to feel the teeth?
Sure. Yeah, that's big flat head on him, eh? Alrighty, well let's get this one back in the water. There he goes. You know, folks, the same techniques we're using today out in the boat, you can use from shore for these catfish. James, I want to thank you for coming out today. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a long time since I fished catfish, and you know, I appreciate you showing us your techniques out here.
Yeah, been a pleasure.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe we'll get out in the summertime for you with some walleye on Lake Erie or some Lake Ontario salmon. What do you think?
Sounds great.
We'll see you next time on Setting the Hook.